East Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
All right. Welcome. Josh Jarrett here with Chris Brody. We are excited about a little football game between Whitehouse Wildcats and Paris High School. That's right, Wildcats. So we've got us a little Wildcat throwdown tonight. Chris Brody, how are we doing?
Doing great. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening up in the very north of East Texas.
It is. I can almost see Arkansas and Oklahoma from where we're standing now. I will let everyone know tonight, excited about this game as we are. We are actually stationed right next to Paris High School Band. And so the music you hear playing will be played by the wonderful, talented students here at Paris High School. So we've got a big game tonight. This opens up district. Whitehouse Wildcats 0-0. And Paris, what's their district record?
This is not district, Josh.
That's right. This is not. Thank you, Chris, for checking me.
Hey.
Chris, tell us about the game tonight. I'm going to let you do your job.
No problem. Hey, appreciate it. For those of you at home.
We got the Wildcats coming out.
There's going to be a lot of Wildcats tonight.
That's right.
This is our second matchup, Whitehouse second matchup against a Wildcat team. 2 against Bulldogs, 2nd against Wildcats. We're undefeated against Wildcats this year.
We are.
So,
1-0. 1-0 against Wildcats, 0-2 against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, in the eternal battle of dogs and cats, dogs on top so far this year.
That's
so let's talk a little bit about how we got to where we are today. Last week, as you know, Whitehouse played against Chapel Hill, and defensively it was a bit of a struggle. 426 yards through the air with 5 touchdowns for Chapel Hill, 198 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. And Chapel Hill did turn the ball over twice. Whitehouse able to force a couple of turnovers. Offensively, Whitehouse came out 15 of 25 passing the ball, 128 yards, a touchdown, and an interception, 8.5 yards per completion. Rushed the ball 42 times for 237 yards and a touchdown.
That's right.
And unfortunately evened up the turnover battle with 2 turnovers of their own. To summarize, I would say Whitehouse fought well early. Exciting game, especially at the beginning.
That's right. Hey, one thing we saw last week, like I said, it's going to be loud here as their band's playing, but one thing we saw last week was they put Zion Alexander in the slot.
Yes.
And they hit him on a deep post pass on 4th down. That was insane last week.
Beautiful, beautiful pass down the field on 4th down.
Excited about him being back out there in the post. What do we hear about this Paris's defense, Chris? We heard a little bit about how they're going to try to play our offense.
Well, Paris is coming off of most recently a win against Van Alstyne, 52-24. Their record is 2-1. They have not scored, they've scored 94 points and given up 76 points so far this year. Started the season with a win over Sanger and then a loss to state-ranked Pleasant Grove. Both Whitehouse and Paris have lost games to highly ranked state teams so far this year. So perhaps this can be a good opportunity for a good test to see where we're at.
That's
what
right.
we expect to see on the Paris side of the ball tonight on offense when they take the field, they're going to spread they're going to have one back in the backfield mostly. Their RPO game is on point. Number 14, Tyler Heath, he is the coach's son, and he's going to run the RPO to perfection tonight. They have both speed and power in the backfield in the form of number 15 and number 19, respectively. And there are times when we might see them line up in the Wildcat formation and let their all-everything Hudson Harper, number 17, run the ball. And when they drop back and throw or run the RPO and choose to throw, it's going to go to number 7, Finch, or number 8, Shelton. That's what we expect to see tonight.
So hang on, you're saying the Wildcats are going to line up in the Wildcat formation against the Wildcats.
Shocking.
Woo! Shocking. And defensively, they're going to run a lot of man?
Yeah, defensively, they're going to try to stack the box and make it difficult for Whitehouse to run the ball, especially in the middle of the field. And expect to see man coverage on the outside, one defender covering one wide receiver, maybe with the safety back, maybe rolled up into the box. And if we can, tonight may come down to which team can win one-on-one battles outside and get open and be able to get the ball thrown well. hopefully we can see a flashback to what we saw in week 1. Mohamed Diarra down the sideline, number 1, catching passes in the end zone. That would be fantastic tonight.
That's right. Out there for the captains right now, number 55, Caleb Toombs. We also got number 17 out there, your boy Chris Stearns, a great defensive player. You also got number 9, Jaden Bell out there, and 16, Jackson Gary, the senior tight end. So we got the coin toss here. Oh, they got to call tails, Chris, because tails never fails, and it's kind of what we're hoping for tonight. Yeah, this isn't a district game. Thank you, Chris, for straightening me out. And thank goodness it's not. This is a long drive, and took us about 2 hours and 20 minutes to get up here. And so that would be a rough drive if we were doing that for basketball and all the other sports. So it looks like, not sure who won the toss. It looks like Paris won the toss. Let's see. They're talking about it. Yes, Paris won the toss. They're going to receive.
All right.
They said they want to come out and get it on here. So
now the wind has shifted a bit since we first arrived. At one point, the wind was blowing from south to north, and it looked like it was going to be a pretty distinct advantage for whoever was going that direction, left to right across your screen. But now the wind seems to be coming straight at us from the east.
It's swirling, Chris. So I mean, it's like a hurricane out here.
Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be an advantage either way down the field.
That's right.
We're going to pause here, looks like for the national anthem.
That's right. Let's one moment. We'll be right back. All right, play ball. All right, sorry about that. We are working with our mics tonight and trying to make sure we get everything going well. Beautiful, beautiful night in Paris, Texas. We are at the very top of the stadium, standing up here, and it almost looks like Oklahoma might have started a couple miles south of us, Chris, because it's green, but it's pretty flat out here.
It is. We're on this beautiful porch on the edge of the press box, up on the top of the seating area. The band, like we said, is right next to us on our right, so it's going to be loud. And we'll just have to talk louder than the band.
Yes, we will. We're going to have to be louder than trumpets and horns, which my wife has accused me of that many times before, so maybe that will come in handy tonight. Super excited tonight. Jamaje Mosley and we'll be playing running back tonight, back from last week, and also John Grimes. One of our favorite players from last week, I think I gave him a game ball after the game, was Austin Holmes at punter.
Yes.
He was spectacular, pinning back Chapel Hill time after time, and pretty good punter. So, all right, here we go. Big kickoff. Ashton Park kicks it high. Here comes the return by Paris. Trying to get around the side, breaks a tackle. Across, whoa, a big hit right there, but he doesn't go down. It takes several Wildcats to bring him down. That was that number 8, Chris, right there? That was a pretty good run back. That was Marquise Shelton.
Yes.
Pretty good return there.
We're going to see him catching passes most likely tonight. It was a good job by the tackle there on the return. one of the Whitehouse defenders grabbed on and would not let go, allowed all his teammates to show up and finish it off. That's one of those times where it's scary. You might be able to punch the ball out and force a fumble.
Yeah, when you stay up like that. So here we go. Gun formation, single back. The snap is back. The handoff give. This time there's a big hole up the middle. He kind of scatters around, jumps around. And that, my friends, is number 15, Jaron Baugh. He is a speedy running back, and we expect to see a lot of Baugh tonight.
Yeah, about 2-yard gain there, right up in the middle of the defense, and testing to see what advantage this offensive line can find against this undersized Whitehouse defensive line.
That's right. Tyler Heath at quarterback. He is the coach's son. Very smart player. He looks pump fakes. He's going to take off running over the 40 to the 45, out just about at midfield. That's good for a first down for Paris. And smart play that time. He had a little pressure behind him. He felt it. Ran up in the pocket. First down.
Number 4 for Whitehouse, Carmelo Perkins, in a battle out there trying to get off of the wide receiver blocking him and force that runner out of bounds.
Good job, Carmelo. All right, so once again, single back, twin formation. Quick pass out this time to Roberts. Roberts moving around, spinning. It's going to be a gain of about 14 yards, first down.
Yeah, that was schemed up very nicely based on the coverage that Whitehouse was showing. They were able to get a block out on the end and free up some space. And the ball carrier, instead of going down or backwards when he was tackled, picked up about 3 yards going down while moving forward. It's going to be a key to the game, picking up those extra yards.
So, Chris, I'm hearing their band playing a song for first down. Is that like a little Notre Dame action going there, you think?
We're not talking about that.
Okay. There we go. Number 6 again carrying it outside on the jet sweep. Gets outside, and he looks like he's going to be right there. It hasn't been called first down yet, but here comes, well, they thought it was a first down, but it's not quite. Maybe that's not a little Notre Dame. I don't know what that is.
We learned last week better to hold them there.
That's right.
And not move the chains, then move the chains and try and make them go back quickly.
Okay, so second down and very short here. Man coverage. The fake this time, an outside pass, little quick out behind the line of scrimmage. That's to Record. Jacabrian Record. Jacabrian. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. But that's a first down.
That was very well played by the defense. Stearns out there fighting off the block, making a heck of a tackle. I think Whitehouse has figured out how they're going to defend this quick attack at the edge. Sometimes it looks like, oh gosh, right at the very beginning, and it just needs a little bit of time for the defense to figure out, okay, how are they attacking us? How are we going to defend this? Are we going to roll up our defense and play close to the line? Are we going to give them some space? It's a chess match. It's a long game.
Yeah, it's a chess match. All right, so everybody's back. The give this time again. Right up the middle, Baugh takes it. Gain of about 4 yards on the play that time. So not quite the hole there was the first time he carried it, but he still found him 4 yards.
And Paris does have a distinct advantage on the interior of the offensive line. The front 3 for Whitehouse are very severely undersized. And so probably they have the opportunity to pick up a few yards every time they run the ball right up the middle.
Paris Wildcats got some meat on that offensive line.
Yes.
And, okay. Whitehouse drops back. They're going to show blitz this time. The give is to Baugh. He's patient, waits, moving around, shaking, gets outside, inside to the – and that's going to be good for the first down right there, down at the 7-yard line. Chris, I'll bring up first and goal.
Yeah, a lot of movement by Whitehouse, a lot of faking who's coming on the blitz. And they did end up bringing 2 extra, but they were not in the hole.
They weren't. We give to Baugh again, down to the 3-2. He's good stop that time. A good wall right there at the 1-yard line. Comes up a yard short, be second down and goal.
They're going to go quick here.
They are. Probably going to give it to Baugh here. Let's see. There's the give. It's to Baugh. He steps in. It's hit, but over the sideline. Touchdown, Paris Wildcats. And the band plays.
Yes, they do, loudly.
All right. Well, I don't know if those plays were scripted, or if they kind of saw something that they knew they would take advantage of this week.
Yeah, I think once they realized they were too.
Kick is up and good.
Laundry on the field.
We got a flag down. It's going to be offsides. It will probably be assessed on the kickoff. We will be back in just a moment.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, we are back. This is homecoming for the Paris Wildcats, Chris.
Yeah, this is our second homecoming game in a row. And we got another one next week, but that's at home.
Oh, a little Whitehouse homecoming next week. I will not be here. Keith Whitman will be here with Chris Brody. Well, not here in Paris, but we'll be back in Whitehouse. But we look forward to doing that. So, all right. So after somewhat of an unsuccessful first drive by our defense, we've got our kickoff return coming out. The ball's out of bounds, which we decided last week is not the worst thing that could happen, Chris. That just puts the ball at the 30-yard line and lets our offense start.
No, it's pretty generous spot in high school because at least what we saw in past games, they're going to set the ball at the 30-yard line, maybe the 35. And we saw a number of returns that ended up a lot worse than that for Whitehouse.
We did. Right, so, all right, well, Whitehouse, we're waiting on something. Not sure what happened there, but they're coming out.
Breaking the huddle.
Whitehouse must have a surprise up their sleeve on the first play of the game. All right, well, it looks like our offense out there. JoJo in at quarterback. Always fun seeing him. And Mosley starts off in the backfield with him. The give is to Mosley. Across the 30, thought he had a little room, but that closed down real quick.
Yeah, you can see the wide receivers on the outside reminding him that was supposed to go inside.
Yeah.
You tried to bounce it out here, and there's no space.
Aldrin Gill comes up and makes a tackle for Paris. So that's 2nd down and 10. And, Paris is definitely all up in the box, and they are definitely playing man coverage. Jackson Gary in motion. Snap is back. The give to Jamaje. Tries to break it up through there. Carries a player another yard. Only about 4 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
And again, what we've seen every game so far this year is the necessity for tough, gritty running. Both JoJo, number 6, Jamaje, number 8, have had to run the ball and take a beating, quite frankly, in the process. They've been quite successful over the course of the year. But they're going to need to lean on these guys again tonight as well.
Lean them up, that's right. So, all right, they've got a play coming in. They got a little audible. Coaches are saying, hang on, let's try this. So we got trips right package. Well, motion this time by Zion coming across the middle. He gets set up over on the left side. Looks like they might try to do a little man coverage with him. They are. A deep pass to Zion. He's there, but it's incomplete. It looks like he kind of came in towards the seam, and JoJo was trying to lead him to the outside. So
yeah, it wasn't just slightly off there. He found himself behind, a step or two behind the defenders, but the ball was just a step behind him.
That's right.
We've seen a lot of that, unfortunately, this year, where quarterback and receiver are just 1 or 2 steps off at the same page.
So Austin Holmes comes in to punt this time. The wind, a brisk wind into his face. Something happened. Clock stops. I'm not sure.
I don't think Parrish called timeout.
Okay, timeout. We all hang on. We will be right back in 1 moment.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, welcome back to Wildcat Stadium in Paris, Texas / Oklahoma. The Whitehouse Wildcats are punting. Austin Holmes puts his foot into it, end over end. A good bounce. Uh-oh, there we go. Oh, it bounced off of him. It's a live ball. Oh, it looks like he jumped on it. It was right there. Yeah, he didn't get away.
Whitehouse ball.
You got to get away.
He
from
thought
the
about
ball.
it way too much.
He did. He was like, "Oh no, yes," and then it bounced off. That was a live ball. Whitehouse almost capitalized on a big play there, but
they did. It's Whitehouse ball. I think.
Is it? Well, I didn't.
It should be.
I didn't
it
see
most
anyone
definitely touched.
Well, it definitely touched him.
He threw the beanbag.
But I think he recovered it.
Touched.
I think Paris recovered it.
Are you serious?
Well, let's go to New York and watch the replay. Oh, we can't go to New York. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. We had 4 guys there, and he jumped on it.
We had 4 guys,
and we're saying we tonight because we are Whitehouse. Okay.
4 Whitehouse players around that ball.
That's right.
That's not a good thing if they were not able to come up with it.
No.
Let's see what the White Hat has to say.
Yeah, that's. Here we go.
Looks like everybody's assuming. Yes.
Okay, it's Whitehouse's ball.
Yes.
I apologize. How about that?
There was no way.
Nobody
wasn't going to come up with it. I know there was no call on the field.
And they never signaled which way they were going.
You
How
are
about
correct.
that?
He did not signal.
All right,
possession.
let's go Cats. We got Zamaje in the backfield with JoJo.
Okay.
Again, man coverage all the way across.
Last week, not able to take advantage of the turnovers. Tonight, need to do it.
There's the snap. Oh, a blitz coming. Oh, JoJo gets away. Breaks to the outside. He's got Jackson Gary, but he throws away out of bounds. How about that? JoJo breaking. He was dead in the water, and he got away from that sack. Great play that time.
Yes, JoJo, we know if you've watched any game so far this year, this kid is gritty and will take a beating. It'd be best if the Whitehouse offensive line could find a way to prevent that. Need him upright, need him healthy for the full game.
It looks like they've got, it looks like they're bringing 7, Chris. That's a problem. There goes JoJo up the middle. Oh, big hit. And JoJo laid the hit that time. A gain of about 6 on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 4 or 4.5, maybe 5.
And again, like we talked about beforehand, you're going to see a lot of defenders in a consolidated amount of space. For Paris, they're going to try to take away that entire area in front of the offensive line and say, you're not going to be able to run here. You're going to have to throw the ball outside, run outside, and this is immovable force against.
There's the fake handoff. They're going for a screen, but there was nothing there. They sniffed that out from the get-go, so that's going to bring up 4th down. This might be a difficult field goal attempt into the wind. Doesn't look like they're kicking a field goal. They're going for it here.
Yeah, the wind has shifted a little bit, so this not an ideal situation to kick the ball.
The wind continues to shift.
It does. It does. Coming from the northeast now.
It's like a swirly air conditioner, you know? Like something like from Myers AC in your home. 4th down here. Oh, we got a timeout. Well, you know what that means. Let's go hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment.
So we were talking a little bit ago about the tough, gritty running for JoJo Adams, number 6 quarterback, Zamaje Mosley, number 8 running back. Both of them are averaging 6.4 and 8.6 per carry on the year, despite the difficulty of being able to run the ball the last couple of weeks.
We got stacked formations on the outside. A couple slant routes. Zion's open. He catches it. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown. That's your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. And, Chris, did you see what I just did a minute ago? See, Chris Brody didn't see that I put a little good juju out there by playing Rockmore Hardware's commercial in anticipation.
Hey, we like that.
Which I was going to say, but that was a great play. A little slant.
Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw.
That was.
Able to beat man coverage on the inside with the slant and not wrapping up.
The kick by Tornez is up, and it is good at this time. And listen, we scored. We got to have Rockmore Hardware once again. And if you need a tool, Rockmore Hardware is the place to go. We'll be right back. All right, and yes, for those of y'all recognizing Rockmore Hardware, thank you to Rockmore Hardware and Jamie Whitley from the Schilling Group for being our gold sponsors and supporting Whitehouse Wildcat football. We appreciate you guys and allowing us to get out here and cover each week. So y'all don't have to drive because, Chris, that was a long drive today, you know?
Yeah, it was, definitely.
Yes.
And there's a good group of Whitehouse Wildcat supporters we're looking at on the other side
kind
of
of
the
see
field.
him over there in the stands. Always a good showing. And showing up for Paris. All right, kick is up. It's a high kick. And number 2 returning it. Getting around the corner. Okay, good tackle there out at about, looks like the 32, 33-yard line. Let's see where they give him. Okay, the 34-yard line. Well, tie ball game at 7. It's good. Wildcat 7, Wildcat 7.
Hey, you know what? Building some momentum there, being able to turn the ball over like that on top of the muffed punt and being able to put it in the end zone, even though it was on 4th down, able to exploit, hey, they're just covering us 1 against 1. We can beat them with an inside move. Beautiful throw by JoJo. Good job blocking by the offensive line, and touchdown.
Zion broke a tackle on his way in, too.
It's great having a running back with the ball in his hands down the field like that.
And, Chris, that's a gut punch when that happens on 4th down, too. Oh, they put in another running back. I didn't see what number he is.
I believe that's the
is that Dawson?
That's the power back.
That was a power back. That's a big boy right there. So that is Giovanni Dawson. Brings up about 2nd down and 6. Okay, looking off to the sideline. Doubles formation here with a single back. Gun. Again, the quarterback's the coach's son. That's Tyler Heath. And he hasn't had to throw the ball too much. But a lot of those throws off to the side. Passes out and complete again to Roberts. That's going to be enough for a Paris Wildcat first down.
Carmelo Perkins down here fighting through that block. Unfortunately getting turned back to the inside, so he loses his outside support, and that allows the ball carrier to pick up, a dozen yards or so. We want to they're going to need to try to fight through that and set the edge on the defense.
The hand to Dawson this time up over. I mean, he just kind of falls forward for 4 yards that time. So tough to bring down. Good tackle there, so 4 yards on the gain.
And it looks like Paris definitely with the size advantage up front on the line. Whitehouse figuring out a way to neutralize that a little bit and not give up a ton of yards on the inside run. Hopefully they can continue that.
All right, looks like Whitehouse is maybe showing a little blitz this time. The handoff, it looks like Dawson's a little bit confused, gives the Wildcat defense some time to swarm.
Yeah, previously in the last drive we saw they were getting through into the backfield on the blitz, but just not in the right place to be able to make the play. This time they're coming through and breaking down so they can respond to the ball carrier and not giving him an open lane or a crease to break through.
So 3rd down and 7, they're going to call offsides. They're taking a shot down the sideline. Incomplete. Great defense that time by, once again, Carmelo Perkins. All over Finch. Finch is a very dangerous receiver.
Yeah, they're going to like to throw him the ball down the sideline like that whenever they have the opportunity. And I think Heath, the quarterback, knew that he had the free play with the offsides call there. And good defense. Good defense by Perkins to break that one up.
So they're going to march off the 5. This is going to be 3rd down again and 1. So let's see. They've got Dawson in the backfield. Dawson is stocky. Looks pretty strong. So let's see if the Wildcats can hold really only 4 down linemen. Let's see. Good push that time. He just is going to make it over the line. Good for 2 yards, enough for a Paris Wildcat 1st down.
But again, adjustments being made on the defensive line so that they're not being gashed up the middle for 8-9 yards. This time it's about 3-4-2 yards. And this is exactly what you want to see from Whitehouse, being able to make adjustments, neutralize the size advantage. Oh, now we got some size on the defensive line.
And Jaron Baugh is back in. Okay, the sweep that time. Helmet comes off. He has to go down. Wow, that was Keyshawn Roberts taking the jet sweep. His helmet whoopsie-daisied off.
No, that wasn't Ivers. That was Pickens there.
Ooh.
Blasting in from the end position and set up a wall and said, "You're not going to go outside of me."
You shall not pass.
That was a great job right there.
It was.
Shutting down the outside run.
Loss of about 7 or 8 on the play. So 2nd down and long. First time we've seen this situation. Offsides again.
Free play. There it goes.
Here comes the ball. Same pass. That's complete that time. Well, Perkins did not see it coming. He never looked back. And when he did look back,
he was very late to look back, and that was the problem. He lost contact with the receiver, and that literal 3 feet of space was enough to. That was a beautiful throw right down the sideline.
Finch with a great catch that time, and really, Heath did a great job just dropping it down and landing it right where it needed to be. I don't know if I don't know if Perkins could have done much about that if he did see the ball. So, and we're jumping. There's some sort of snap count going on where we keep jumping.
Yeah, that's at least 4 times.
That's right.
The Whitehouse has moved early.
All right. Well, stick around. We'll be back after this short message.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we're back. We got a good one here. Wildcat Stadium in Paris, Texas. Not to be confused with Paris, France. Chris, have you ever been to Paris or Europe? Or?
We were in Europe earlier in the summer, not in France. Well, not in that area of France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in Paris.
Did you enjoy it? Was it great?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Our time in Switzerland was fantastic.
We got a little Jaws playing over here. Kickoff is up. He's thinking about a fair catch, but he keeps it. He's going, trying to get outside, breaks it up in the middle and back out. Drug down. Returned that time by Christian Long. So here comes the Whitehouse offense, starting inside their own 30 this time.
Be interesting to see if they go right back to the pass.
Yeah.
Some momentum there, some confidence for JoJo throwing the ball. Offensive line blocked well. They were able to sneak the inside crease in man coverage. If they come out there just running man with no safety, it's going to be tempting, awfully tempting to want to throw the ball.
That's right. Okay, well, here we are. They got motion this time by Zion to the other side. Oh, JoJo
Nice.
Keeps it himself, finds a little hole, 7 yards on the gain that time. He's so quick, Chris. I love watching him find that hole and just burst through it. Hurry up this time.
Beautiful play fake on the last one. Held the defense.
The give to Mosley this time. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Brings about a yard forward, a gain of a yard on the play.
Yep.
Helmet came off, and so Mosley will have to come out, which means we're going to see John Grimes coming in at running back. It'll be 3rd down and 2. We like John Grimes, though.
We do. Yeah, he's gritty.
He had
he's gonna
early in the Chapel Hill game last week. He busted one up the middle and outran the defense for Chapel Hill. It was fun to watch. It's 3rd and 2. It's the give. JoJo rolls to the right. He's looking. No one's open. Oh, but he breaks open.
Absolutely beautiful.
Great job that time by Gardner working that defensive back over there and breaking free at the last second. Great job by JoJo finding him.
And that's also a beautiful play against a man coverage like this, making them have to think about the run and the pass and then breaking off at a 90-degree angle to the sideline. Find himself some space there. Beautifully executed by JoJo and Gardner.
That's right.
I love to see the confidence throwing the ball here.
All right, 1st down Wildcats. Again, Diarra, we saw him so dangerous against the Wildcats in week 1. JoJo keeps it. Fake to Grimes. Oh, bounces off a defensive player. He's so tough. Still moving forward. They haven't blown the whistle, and they finally did. They're going to give him 9 yards. He worked really, really hard for that last 3 yards, and the offensive line helped him out.
Yep. They didn't stand around watching. They came and got in on the push, and the officials let that one go. Let's see how far we can push the pile.
Boy, he got 9.38 yards on that one, Chris.
I'd love to see a throw down the sideline here at the bottom of the field. You got number 1, Mohamed Diarra, against number 5 with no safety over the top to help, and he's awfully close. One step, he can beat him.
Jackson Garion at the top side stays in to help. He's got Zion deep. He's not going to make it. Oh, man. He had him. Wow.
Yeah, he had a slot receiver, Zion, playing running back, and now wide receiver matched up against a safety there. And, again, like we saw in the first drive, they're just about a step or two off. But a beautiful throw, and thankfully JoJo not taking hits.
Chris,
not getting beat up in the backfield.
I love that call on 2nd down and 0.7 yards.
Yeah, agree with you 100%.
Take that shot all day long.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Grimes in at running back. 3rd and very short. Motion this time. Fakes jet sweep. JoJo keeps. He's got the 1st down. The hole closes up, but not before a 6-yard gain and a 1st down. Whitehouse.
That play had a lot for the defense to have to keep an eye on. The motion man coming across, there was a fake handoff to him. That'll freeze the linebackers for a second. And Grimes leading through the hole. Beautiful job picking up 6 yards on 3rd and 1. I like the way the offense is moving the ball here.
I do too. That clock's ticking down under 1:30. And we got us a little bit of a ball game.
We do.
It's not a district game for those of y'all thinking it is.
No, Paris is 4A Division I.
They sure are. And I knew that. And, here comes the blitz. They got the screen set up and batted. That was number 10.
He would still be running right now if that defensive lineman hadn't got a hand on. Great job.
Yeah.
Great job by the defensive line of Paris to recognize screen, peel back, and put hands up. Great play call, set up beautifully. Great individual effort by Paris to knock that ball down. And fortunate for Whitehouse, no defenders in the area, and the ball fell harmlessly to the ground after being tipped.
Yeah, because that could have gone several different ways there. So, all right, here's the not a great play on 2nd down.
There's something didn't look right there. There was a lot of motion going different directions, and Whitehouse didn't keep a hand on the ball there.
Loss of 4, so puts us in, rather than being 3rd and less than 1, 3rd and 14 this time. Not ideal.
I bet you they're going to play
playing man.
Safeties are at about 10 here with 2 safeties. Not going to let them have easy one-on-one. That means there's room to run the ball in the middle, but 3rd and 14 is a lot to gain running the ball.
They'll try to pick up maybe 8 or 9 yards here to make it 4th and manageable. The snap. JoJo's running to the outside. He's going to keep it himself if he can get around. Okay, gets the 4 yards back. Good run. I thought he had a chance to break free, but he did not. So 4th down and 10 coming up. Clock has stopped. So they'll run one more play here. Well, at least one more play on this drive.
4th and 9, offense staying on the field.
Yeah, they're.
See if they can spark something here.
Man, okay, well, let's see what happens. Zamaje Mosley in. There's the snap, the fake handoff. He's going. The
Nice.
quick hitch. Diarra's there. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Boy, he was running a streak, and he just stopped at the 1st down marker, about 2 yards past. Great timing by both JoJo and him. Great catch. Great 1st down.
Yeah, great to see Muhammad in catching the ball like that, because after that brilliant first game with 5 catches, he's only had a couple and minimal yards the next 2 games. And adding that to your repertoire after running deep and catching the deep ball, being able to stop on a dime, that's fantastic.
Motion by Zion. The fake give to him. Zamaje's got it. He's got some room. He's to the outside. He's going to walk in the end zone for a rock. One more hardware. Wildcat touchdown.
Brilliant blocking on the edge. Number 5 there, Aiden Wright, came in as a replacement for.
How about that? All right, so what?
Called a penalty.
Oh, we got a pen. They're going to call holding.
I didn't hear him.
Yeah, that's a holding out there on the. That's not good. That's not fair, Chris. I already said it was a Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown.
Well, hopefully we can redeem that on this play. But
Okay.
If that was on Aiden Wright, number 5, I don't like that call. He was working his butt off, stayed in the good position, wasn't reaching outside of himself, getting outside of his frame. That looked like great blocking to me. We didn't hear who it was on.
No, we didn't. Let's see if the clock's going to start down to 10 seconds. Zion in motion. The give to Zamaje again. He gets outside again. He gets good yardage, fumbles, but out of bounds when he does. And that's going to bring up 1 second left on the clock. He went out of bounds. It's about a 10-yard gain because they were backed up a little bit. They'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Zamaje just running wild on that left side, Chris.
Yeah, they ran that one back, and that time the receiver out there, Diarra, was out there blocking, absolutely making sure he didn't hold anybody. In fact, he was getting roughed up a little bit.
roughed up
which
Diarra?
is fine, yeah.
That's not nice.
Which is fine, because you're not going to get a holding call if you're the one getting roughed up a little bit.
Yeah.
And occupying his blocker, if he's roughing you up, he's not making the tackle. So.
All right, so Grimes in the game. Motion by Gary across. The give to Grimes. He's rumbling, tumbling, stumbling all the way through the line. He's going to be
very close,
just a couple inches short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 3rd and very short. That's going to bring us to the end of the 2nd quarter.
Into the 1st.
Into the 1st quarter. Stick around with us. We'll be back shortly.
This is where legends rise and moments are made. They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet. From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums. We're going all the way. Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks the tackle. Oh my God!
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quicker to the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the filter.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
All right, welcome back to the 2nd quarter, not the 3rd quarter. Thank you, Chris. And we are 3rd and very short here with Whitehouse.
Would you play action, try and throw the ball here, and let 4th down be in play, or are you picking up the 1st?
I want the 1st, Chris. They got a tight bunch formation here. They're going to give it to Grimes and let him grind it up. Oh, motion to the outside. There goes Grimes. Grimes busting it up the middle, showing some speed to the outside. He's going to make it down to the 10-yard line, which means it is first and the goal.
That's right. That's right. Beautiful
Man.
4-yard pickup. Made sure he got the first down, bounced outside, picked up a couple extra yards. Whitehouse offensive line is figuring out how they're going to block this defensive line for Paris, and they are being successful at that.
Yeah, I got a problem with 1st and 10 from the 10. At no one's fault. Grimes, though, likes it. He's busting forward. Love to watch him moving. Picked up 2 yards on the play. But, 1st and 10 from the 10, Chris, it just
you got to earn it.
Gets under my skin.
You got to earn it.
Got to go all 10 yards instead of first and goal from the 8 or something.
Every other spot coming down the field, you've got to go the full 10 to get it. So you got to get the full 10 here to put it in the end zone.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, this is definitely 4-down territory. I would assume we're not going to attempt field goal unless we were to lose yards, but let's see what happens.
We shouldn't ever say that, though.
I shouldn't ever say that.
Shouldn't say that.
Clock down to 8 seconds here. This could be a problem.
Yeah, this is going to be a timeout.
5-4 on the 42nd clock. JoJo looks, motion. There we go. Good handoff. JoJo keeps it. He's dancing around. Put the ball away. Gets a hard hit. He's down. That's not going to be a fumble. But it is a loss of about 5 yards on the play.
Probably ought to have called timeout there. With only 4 seconds left on the play clock, they reset a player and then bring motion. That's too much quickly. Not enough chance to be able to read the defense there for JoJo. But
all right, well,
appreciate
let's see.
You bringing up losing yards right before that play.
My bad. But listen, you got to lose yards to gain yards sometimes, Chris, and I expect a big play right here.
Let's throw that fade.
You've got Diarra all by himself up top. They're not going to him. A screen.
Oh.
He got some Mosley. Oh, he gets
clothesline.
I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to walk in.
I think he did too.
That was a
WWE clothesline from behind on that one.
Look, a little Brock Lesnar going on right there. Good night.
I feel like that'd been a yellow card in the other kind of football with how from behind that was.
We call that soccer, Chris. We don't call that football. No, that was very well executed. I thought he was going to go in. He had a couple blockers out in front of him, but they didn't make it. And sure enough, they are kicking the field goal, or at least attempting it. Well, getting set up. Austin Holmes will hold. Josh Tornez for the kick. Let's see if they can hold him here. I wonder if they're going to try to get him to jump. They did not. Tornez, the kick is low off the crossbars. No good. Well, stick with us. We'll be back in just a second.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, just a quick check. That was not Tornez. That was Ashton Park on that kick. So no big deal. I made a mistake, though. 2 backs in the backfield. The give this time. Speedy back, gets hit, slung forward, and then slung backwards. That was Baugh with the carry.
Pickens there with the wrap-up and throw around.
Attaboy, Pickens. Pickens active tonight, Chris. Seen him on several plays.
That's good.
All right, so let's see.
Need him to make a big impact play, force a fumble, knock down a pass.
Chris, Keyshawn Roberts, number 6 tonight, has been very active for Paris on the offense. They've given him the ball in jet sweeps. They've tossed it out to him. He's been a big part of their offense. There's the snap, pass out to him right there, and he drops it that time. That's Keyshawn Roberts. Did a quick little out, was open, good pass, but just couldn't hang on to it. Probably got excited about running upfield.
Yeah, sometimes you're already running and planning your next 3 steps in your mind before the ball's secured, and that's what happened to him there. Hey, Whitehouse will take that.
We
Third
will.
and long?
Absolutely.
Third and long.
That's right. Let's see if we could maybe come up with a big play here and force them. It feels like the wind's blowing into Paris just a little bit. It's swirly, twirly, swirly wind. Oh, don't jump. Oh, didn't jump. Rolling out this time to the right. He's looking for a receiver. He doesn't have anyone. He throws it away. The Wildcats with a big stop on third down, baby.
Yeah, that was very well played. Sound defense. You know, when we talked to Coach Wade, he talked about the importance of sound, solid defense. That's exactly what we saw on that play right there.
Yes, sir. So how about that? The defense kind of showing up and saying, you know what, offense? Great drive. You came up short. We got you.
We got you.
We got you.
That's brilliant. That's exactly what you want to see. Now, they are known to fake a punt or two, probably not this deep with 7 or 8 to gain.
Are they tricksters, Chris?
But definitely want to be on top of that.
We don't need tricksters out here tonight. Oh, snap is – oh, they
Slow.
came after it. Zion going back for it. Ball's bouncing. He's going to go pick it up and dance a little bit and go out of bounds. So a really good punt. Chris, the snap kind of lobbed out there to him.
Yeah, that was –
it was a slow snap, and I think Wildcats, the Whitehouse came after it. So.
Yeah, they were coming and might have had a chance on that. We'll keep that in mind for next time.
That's right.
Yeah. We'll stay here on the change in possession and talk just briefly. Brilliant job by the defense there after the offense kind of missed an opportunity to put points on the board. Unfortunately missed the field goal, and the defense said, hey, we got your back, and got the ball right back for the offense. Let's see if they can continue finding creases and holes without negative plays.
It's a lot of fun. Once again, this is Wildcat Football, Whitehouse Football on NETSN. Thank you for joining us. Feel free to like us, subscribe to us, and download the app. Get all your Whitehouse Wildcat football, starting with district next week.
That's right.
For no cost to you, a.k.a. for free. All right, the offense didn't get much of a rest. Low snap. Bobbles. JoJo's going to run around with it, and that's not good. That was a screen that never, well, maybe, that never materialized. That was a big loss on the play.
He pump faked the first defender and was not able to pump fake the second defender. I think they got some height out there at the linebacker position, and he was able to reach out and grab him.
Yeah,
significant height disadvantage for JoJo out there against those linebackers.
Yeah, we had Christian Long was out there. He kind of open. I think JoJo was trying to get a clean window to him to throw, but didn't happen. So second down and all day. There's the handoff this time to Mosley. Mosley's got a little bit of room. He dropped the ball. It's on the ground.
Whoa.
And Christian Long jumps on it. Great play by Christian because it was him and a bunch of Paris kids over there. So
yeah, that Zamaje fighting for yards. You like to see that. The fumble, you don't like to see that. And Christian in the right spot.
That's right. Boy, they're getting excited here on the PA.
They're trying to get this defense fired up for third down.
Now, it's supposed to be unbiased on the PA typically. That's the rules, but that's why you got to love Texas high school football. So third down and long here. 15 yards, trying to get him to jump. They didn't. Now we're looking.
They got Diarra in the slot. That's interesting. That's the first time we've seen that tonight. I'd look for some kind of a crossing route at the top of the screen there.
That's back. He's going deep to Diarra in the slot. Diarra slowed down. Oh, and he gets blocked. So here he comes back. Let's see if they can make a tackle. Oh, good attempt by Gary. He slides. He slid safe just short of the 50-yard line. That's going to be a turnover on downs, and we will be back in just a moment.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, Contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, we are back. We got Rob Mullins on the camera tonight, and he just admitted he got faked out on that pump by JoJo on that first down. So if you know Rob Mullins or love Rob Mullins, you know, maybe send him a text later tonight. Tell him it's okay. We all get fooled sometimes.
Hey, we got fooled on one of the carries by JoJo earlier with a beautiful fake handoff.
We did.
So
we all get fooled. So, all right, so here we go. Paris trying to make a drive here. 2nd down and 6.
Probably going to try to reestablish the run inside like they did there on 1st down, picking up about 5. See if they can lean on that advantage, that size advantage up front.
All right, so the snap's back. Well, they're going to throw it. A little bit of pressure up the middle. Pickens almost has him. He's running it. He's got him wide open deep. Pass completed. He trips on the turf. That's the turf monster over there. I couldn't quite see who that was. I think it was Finch. It was, I do believe. That was a broken play. And
yeah, as a University of Miami fan, I'm very used to seeing defensive line gets a hand on the quarterback, but he gets away. And in my mind, the immediate assumption is here comes a 40, 50-yard play.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how it played for Whitehouse.
Give this time right up the middle, pounding forward is Dawson. About 7 yards on the gain to the 5-yard line, so that will bring up 2nd down and 2, or 3. Chris, it's a good time. It's a good season to be a Miami Hurricanes fan.
Yeah, they've definitely improved all around, especially on defense.
Probably going to the playoffs.
It's very early in the season.
Okay. There's a big hit that time. Was that Pickens again?
Yep. Pickens
reached out and grabbed Dawson and said, come on back.
Yeah, angry, probably very angry. About the shoestring miss earlier.
Well, that's a good play. That brings up 3rd down and a little over a yard, maybe about 1 3/4, 2 yards. Zach producing for us tonight. For you, as they all don't know Zach, he's a good producer. And we got a timeout. Paris is going to call a timeout, which means we're getting close to the Jamie Whitley halftime show. Let's hear what Jamie Whitley has to say.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, welcome back. Just a reminder, we will have the Jamie Whitley halftime show. We're on the home side this week, so we're going to have a great view. Rob Mullins is on the camera, and he's going to do an excellent job. And then after the Whitehouse Wildcats perform, stick around. A very, very special message from Whitehouse administration that you don't want to miss, I promise. I haven't seen it yet. I don't want to miss it either, Chris. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be good. We've been promised. Chris is not buying. It's going to be exciting. I'm an optimist. Okay, 3rd down and short.
Wildcat.
17 is in. That's a big guy. He's running it to the right side, thinking about pitching. Oh, my goodness. Did he make it?
If he did, it's going to be because
he
of the
did not
forward
make it.
fall.
That is short of the 1st down. That was 17. Hudson Harper, one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in high school. Keeps it himself a little option out there. I didn't see who made that tackle, but
Whitehouse did a good job of making him think about it too much, and being indecisive. They're going to line up in the Wildcat.
They're doing it again. Same
this time
thing.
He's probably just going to come downhill.
There's the motion, the snap. He's keeping it downhill. He's got enough for the 1st down, but they stop him again. But that's going to give them a new set of downs.
I think.
Yeah, there's some confusion.
They thought it was end goal.
Yeah, it's not.
Whitehouse defense running off the field. This
is kind of crazy.
Going to be a problem.
Oh, this is a problem. Call a timeout, Coach.
Yeah.
There's some confusion.
Call timeout.
They're snapping the ball. It's over. It's over his head. What just happened? Okay, so
Coach
Whitehouse
Westerberg
thought it was
is like 15 yards onto the field trying to call timeout.
Yes.
The official's not paying attention to him.
Whitehouse thought it was they
Fourth and
stopped
goal.
him from scoring. They thought it was 4th and goal. It was 4th and short. They had a chance to get a first down. So then Paris recognized it. They all ran off and said, let's go, 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 go.
Paris coach is like, yes, no, because he was angry that, no, they didn't call timeout. You didn't give it to, terrible snap over the head. Okay, we'll let them have the timeout.
Wow. Remind future me to go back and watch that play again at 3:41 left in the second quarter tonight to say what? How, I mean, we were watching it.
Yeah, the problem there, not necessarily that the defenders thought it was 4th and goal, but that the coaches didn't catch it and immediately tell them to get back out on the field.
Yeah.
It looked like nobody on the sideline realized.
I saw
that
a couple of them over there telling them to get back. So
Okay.
it was just the entire defense was all coming together. It was too much. They were screaming, hooping, and hollering, celebrating, which was a good stop. I feel like the officials, I was looking for the officials. I felt like they were
They've been
thinking
kind
it was
of
the same
passive
thing
tonight.
Yeah.
These officials have been a little passive. We've seen some very assertive white hats in the first few games. Oh, we're back in the Wildcat again.
Hudson Harper in at the Wildcat formation. He's going straight downhill, and he's going to be in, I believe. That is a Paris Wildcat touchdown. Man, that is deflating, Chris.
Yeah, especially when you think you've made a goal line 4th down stop, only to realize that they didn't need the goal line. They just needed a yard. And, yeah, 17 is a big boy. And if he's just running downhill like that, he is probably going to gain a yard or two at the very least.
Yeah, there's no doubt on that. So, well, the score here is 21-7. We will be back in just one moment.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right. Thank you, CDL Training Academy. Chris, have you ever wanted to drive a bus? I bet you drove a bus back in the day.
You know, I have never driven a bus.
Oh man, you're missing out.
When I was coaching, that was the line in the sand for me.
Okay.
That was the if it becomes necessary for me to drive a bus, then I will no longer be a coach.
Oh man, come on, man. Listen, I drove a bus back in Abilene Wiley ISD back in 2003, and that was good. You get up at the crack of dawn, get up there to the bus barn about 5:40, go get on your bus, and I saw a bear one time. I almost hit a bear.
I feel like you and I have a very different idea of what good means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but
yeah, I got you. I get it. It's a lot of good people are bus drivers.
That's true.
Zamaje Mosley on the return. He's looking for a hole, bringing it up, dancing around. Gets to the outside, gets outside of number 2, and breaks it out somewhere around the 26-yard line. So let's see, with 3:28 left, Whitehouse offense had a very successful drive last time until the very end. They came up just short, bouncing the ball off the upright on the field goal attempt.
I'd like to see them go back to throwing the ball if Paris is going to give them a no deep safety man-to-man coverage on the outside. Looks like they're setting up in perhaps like a 2-deep or 1-deep shell here with a single safety or 2 safeties back. Less in the box, which would mean running the ball is probably the smarter thing to do. 5 on the line of scrimmage, 1 linebacker behind, yeah.
And I apologize, the last drive was the punt-like interception deep down the field. Zamaje Mosley, not much room there. He gains about a yard on the play. So clock running, bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, we saw them put Diarra inside, and I speculated they might try to run a crossing route and get him outside, which is exactly what they did. But Diarra Diarra and JoJo weren't on the same page in terms of when to go and how far to expect the ball.
JoJo looks back. The pass of the slant this time to Diarra is incomplete. They can't connect. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Exciting here tonight. A little homecoming for the Paris Wildcats. Got to enjoy homecoming on a Friday night out in the middle of, well, from where we're facing, looks like nowhere. We know Paris is a good-sized town over here. But,
yeah, we're facing east, and we're already on the east side of the city, just inside the loop. And so there's a lot of green, and it's beautiful.
Pasteurization. All right, the fake the handoff's the end around this time by Zion. He's got some room in a blocker. He's going to be up across the 1st down yardage.
Nice
Very
run.
good patience that time.
Good job blocking on the outside. Legally, no issues with holding.
I like it. Hurry up offense now. Gets lines up. Mosley in the back. He's going deep to Diarra, it looks like. Oh, goodness gracious. Boy, he almost had that. He got his hands up, could not hang on to it.
Yeah, for as on point as they were in game 1, they have struggled to be on the same page here in the last 3 games. That one was a catchable ball. I feel like perhaps Diarra just got out-muscled at the point of the catch there by number 5 on defense.
That's Aldrin Gary. He's done an excellent job tonight.
He has.
On coverage. Every time you see an incomplete, he's close. And he's a big hitter too. So, all right. There goes Christian Long on the fake. Jamaje keeps it. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He almost gets away and has some room. Boy, you just kept waiting for him to bust it. Figured if he had any room, he would have. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left on the clock. 1st down, Wildcats. He is struggling to get up. Looks like we're going to go to a timeout. We will be back in just a moment.
Great run by Mosley there. He put a lot of all of himself into that run,
Chris,
picking up yards all the way to the end.
See what I just did there?
What's that?
Did you miss it?
Okay. I saw
not
what you
say
did.
anything.
Yeah, you better not say anything.
See what we just did there. Thank you once again to Rockmore Hardware
But you brought it
for
up.
being our sponsor. Motion this time, coming across. Oh, as comes the screen. He gets pulled from behind. It was a high pass.
He is behind the line of scrimmage, so he can be messed and interfered with.
And he was messed with. I don't know if I'd use the word interfered, but yeah. He was messed with. All right, that's okay. 2nd down here.
I want to go back a play, if we
Yes.
would. That beautiful run by Mosley. Christian Long came in motion across and had the key block at the point of attack. Did a great job staying on his guy, helped break that big run.
Pass up this time to Christian Long is too long of a pass to Christian Long.
Yeah, great coverage.
Yeah, Gary's out there on the coverage again, number 5. Oh, take that back. That wasn't Gary out there. I didn't see who it was.
It was number 1.
It was number 1. Okay, Brennan Shores.
Yeah, the announcer called Jackson Gary as the intended receiver, but he was off by 1. It was number 15,
It was
Christian
15,
Long.
not 16. I get confused with 5 and 6 also sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. John Grimes, nowhere to go.
And Paris said that time, we're not going to give you the opportunity to confuse us with all that different side-to-side action in the backfield. We're just going to bring everybody and come and shut it down.
That's right.
A little party in the backfield, and they were able to do that.
Yeah, they had a party in the backfield. That's one of those parties you don't want your teenager going to, you know. Nothing but trouble at those parties in the backfield. So
we'll stay here with the timeout. 4th down and 12, it looks like.
Whitehouse band getting ready to go on. They're over there getting warmed up. And we're excited about the Whitley halftime show where they're going to do their thing tonight. Rob's going to do a great job of bringing that to you and making sure you get to see them get out there and tear it up. So we're excited about it. Band's really looking good this year, Chris. I've been impressed. I know they skipped senior night a couple weeks ago, and when in the past they've come out and done all the names of the seniors, they're going to do that later in the year. But they're really focused on the show, and I've got a son in the band, a sophomore, and he's actually like, man, we look good for this early in the year. So,
yeah, it's been fun to watch and see them get a little more complicated each time they've taken the field.
That's right. Okay, well, here we go. 4th down.
Bringing out the punting weapon.
Austin Holmes. Let's see if he could pin him deep. They don't have anyone back.
Yeah.
Don't kick it too
Playing
hard,
it
Austin.
Safe.
No, that's a perfect kick. Let it land. Get back. Oh, there we go. Tiara downs it on the 1-yard line. That a baby. I tell you what, that Austin Holmes is something else.
Yeah, he's seeming to become much more comfortable with that position. Exactly what you want to see in terms of how to approach that kick, especially with nobody back there to catch it. Gave his coverage team a chance to make a big play, and they did. Now, here's something interesting.
Yep.
Paris has got to come downhill on this.
That's
because if they doodle fart around in the end zone, Whitehouse, I assume, is going to be bringing linebackers and looking to make a play behind the line of scrimmage.
There should be no doodle farting going on. But you're right. They're lining up kind of tight and what looks like a little power bunch to the right there. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong right here. Oh, hit on the 1-yard line by Pickens. Great defensive play. You're right. Just a kick like that flips the pressure.
Yes.
Clock's running, minute 40.
Yes.
And pressure's on Paris right now.
Yes, it is.
They gave him out to the 3, so they got a little bit of breathing room.
They're going to have to make sure that they are safe with the football, starting with the snap and the handoff. Probably going to take an extra moment to think about it, which gives advantage to the defense here. That's why a lot of times you see the defenses, when they have the offense backed up on their own goal line, able to bring a little flip of momentum and get some big plays.
Oh, is this our Mr. Martin momentum moment?
There we go.
Oh, and they jump, so that's going to back him up halfway. We might have a little Mr. Martin momentum moment right now.
Hey, if I'll tell you what, if Coach can dial up something here, we'll razzle-dazzle, get our hands on the football and take it in from 3, 5, 10 yards out. That would be a fantastic way to end the half.
Yeah, because Whitehouse gets the kickoff in the second half.
That's true. That's true. They could in 2 quick possessions even the score up. You know, this game feels a lot closer even than the score shows. 3-1 in terms of touchdowns, but this has been a very close game. Definitely a game of inches for Whitehouse when it comes to the passing game.
False start. A 10-second runoff.
If I were them, I'd just false start it about 5 times in a row and get out of here.
Well, that puts you way back because you go half the distance, half. That puts you in trouble.
But it doesn't put you in the end zone.
Well, at some point, Whitehouse is going to decline the 10-second runoff.
I don't know that you can decline the runoff.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
They probably ought to have
that
done
gives them an option. The clock's still running.
I don't know why they didn't decline the 10-second runoff.
I don't think I would yet because you're.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Let's get this half over with. Let's see. Here probably comes a run. There's the give up the center. Again, hit at the line of scrimmage and a host of cats there, pushing him back. Not a safety.
Yeah, I always enjoy waiting to see when that play ends up finished in the end zone.
They're calling a timeout this time.
I like it.
Yeah, let's put the pressure on him. Put 28 back on the clock.
I like it.
Tell you what, we'll be right back in just a moment.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, welcome back. You're not going to believe who's standing behind us.
Out on the porch.
Are they going to believe who's on the porch? It's Mrs. Whitley, the drill team First Ladies director. She's out here getting excited about the Jamie Whitley halftime show. I'm getting excited about it. Chris is getting excited. Well, Chris is excited about eating sausage at half. They got sausage up here in the press box.
If that's all gone, I'm going to be disappointed.
Well, I know.
But what I'm excited about is the Whitehouse defense opportunity to make a game-changing play here. Third and very, very, very deep in Paris territory.
Awesome. Yep. I'd like to see it. They've got another timeout left, so if they can keep them pinned deep, make them punt it out, and let's see what happens. All right, so don't jump. Oh, the snap's a little low. He grabs it. Pickens has got him. They're going to call another timeout, I imagine.
Do not let go.
Clock's running down to 20 seconds. Well, let's see. Kind of waiting there. Doesn't look like they're going to call a timeout. 10 seconds. Everyone's running.
Okay.
Okay, well, they're going to let it go to halftime. You know what that means? It is now time for the Jamie Whitley Schilling Group halftime show. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. After the First Ladies go and after the Whitehouse Wildcat Band and the Majorettes go, we will have a special message from Whitehouse. And now I give you the Jamie Whitley halftime show.
Hey, Whitehouse, it's halftime. In my family, that's always meant tradition, pride, doing your best, and then making it better. That's Whitehouse, and that's how I sell real estate.
Ladies and gentlemen, your halftime entertainment. Whitehouse High School proudly presents the Sweethearts of Whitehouse, the national champion First Ladies drill team. Leading the First Ladies onto the field, the officers from left to right are Officer Addison Burkhardt, Officer Libby Nealon, Captain Lindy Weatherford, First Lieutenant Quincy Smith, and Officer Sophie Perry. Our sponsors this week are Sunset Oaks, Total Care Custom Mobility, Bandman Incorporated, The Salon Professional Academy, Holly Photography, and Jamie Whitley with Schilling Real Estate. Our First Ladies of the Week are Alyssa Gayton and Scarlett Trenton. Tonight, the First Ladies form an upbeat prom routine to What I Like About You. Let's hear it for the First Ladies. The First Ladies are under the direction of and assisted by Polly Chanel. Now, the Whitehouse High School Majorettes. Tonight, the Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine to Runaway. under the field direction of drum majors Taylor McGee and Addison Bernardino. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Whitehouse High School Wildcat Band and featured twirler Avery McGraw in a performance of pride. Tonight's performance includes music from Incandescent Sky by Robinson and Robinson's Grand Entry by Carl King.
All right, we are back. How about that Jamie Whitley halftime show? And you're not going to believe it, but I have here the one, the only Nikki Whitley, the drill team director of the Southern Bells. Nikki, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun. Hey, tell us real quick, what are some great things that are going on in your program right now?
So the First Ladies are in their 56th year as an organization. Next week we have homecoming, so we've got the pep rally routine and then a huge production number that we're doing. The First Ladies are going to Los Angeles this year, and then we have all of our competitions and nationals. We're doing a Christmas show.
Okay,
this
let's
year.
go.
Super excited about that. That's
I heard Santa's going to be there.
Yes, Santa's going to be there. We've got a Santa, yes.
How about that? Awesome. Okay, last question because I know you got to go.
I do.
How wonderful is it being married to the Jamie Whitley?
You know, he makes me a better person.
Yeah.
And so I think that is the best thing in the world. Yeah, he's amazing. I love him.
You are so sweet.
He's the best.
You
He's
definitely
the best.
make him a better person, and
we match each other.
That's right.
Because we are definitely opposites.
If he's listening right now, do you want to tell him to go sell some more houses, or what's your message to him?
Always sell more.
Go sell bigger houses.
And make your best better.
That's
always.
right. Awesome. Nikki, thank you so much for being here. We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you
me.
so much, and we love your girls, and they're amazing, and you're amazing, and that's all we got. We'll see you in just a little bit. Awesome. Okay, now it's time for a special message from Whitehouse administration.
Whitehouse ISD has been creating opportunities that empower students to achieve their fullest potential for almost 125 years. Our community is built on strong values, exceptional education, and endless possibilities for academic growth. We are more than a school district. We are a family. And together, we are building a future we can all be proud of. Our students and teachers are excelling in the classrooms, with high graduation rates and exceptional academic standards. We are preparing our kids for adulthood with real-world skills and career certifications that lead to high-paying jobs. Our fine arts programs are receiving standing ovations and winning awards for excellence. We cheer on our student athletes as they advance deep into the playoffs in multiple sports and continue the traditions set by incredible student athletes of the past. Our administrators are also doing their part, earning the highest state ranking possible for financial accountability while keeping our property tax rate one of the lowest in Smith County. Our commitment to the success of our Whitehouse community is why our Board of Trustees unanimously voted to place a voter approval tax rate election, also known as a school funding election, on the November ballot. Our trustees made this decision after conversations with dozens of stakeholders. They also factored in the rising costs of goods and inflation to ensure the tax dollars are used as effectively as possible, while maintaining our high-quality academic, fine arts, athletic, and career and technical education programs. Their goal was to find ways to better fund our classrooms without losing local tax dollars to the state, which too often happens in other districts due to Texas's complex and multi-layered school finance system, and to ensure we educate our 4,875 students according to the special values of our community. If voters approve the school funding election, it will provide us an estimated $2.5 million a year to maintain our schools. The additional funds would allow us to provide the salaries needed to keep and attract the most experienced staff, maintain small class sizes that allow for more personal one-on-one attention between students and teachers, expand in-demand academic, job training, career certifications, and fine arts offerings, maintain current safety programs, and provide for additional security measures, and grow college preparation programs, including our partnerships with Texas A&M Commerce, Tyler Junior College, and UT Tyler. If the school funding election were to pass, our tax rate will remain 45 cents lower than 8 years ago. This will keep our tax rate among the lowest in the region. In fact, the average homeowner in Whitehouse ISD would see a $246.81 decrease in their property tax bill when compared to last year. As always, senior residents who have filed their senior citizen homestead exemption will see no increase in their tax rates now or in the future. It's important to note that many school districts in Texas have already passed a school funding election. Early voting is Monday, October 20th through Friday, October 31st. Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th. Whitehouse ISD is committed to transparency. Please contact us at 903-839-5500 if you have questions. Visit WISDschoolfunding.com to learn the facts so you may make an informed decision at the polls. The Whitehouse ISD School Funding Election, a community-driven plan that will impact every student on every campus while keeping our property tax rate 45 cents lower than 8 years ago.
All right, we are going to go to some previews. We've got about 4 minutes till the second half will be starting. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless.
All right, we're back. We're back. We got the Wildcats running out of the tunnel. Boy, Chris, that was an amazing Jamie Whitley halftime show, if you ask me. Whitehouse Wildcat Band looked on point. I was standing right behind Miss Thomas while she was recording it up here, and I had to quit hooping and hollering because I was on her video and I didn't want to mess it all up. So, but anyways, great job by the Wildcat Band. Great job by the Majorettes doing their thing, and then of course the First Ladies, always perfect. Chris, have you ever seen them make a mistake?
Never.
No,
never.
Absolutely not. Zero mistakes up into this point in the history of the First Lady. So,
like to thank Paris ISD. The hospitality tonight has been outstanding. We ended up in kind of a weird situation because of homecoming. There's a lot of crowding in the press box tonight. We ended up on the porch here, sharing space with two different camera crews and
the band.
And yeah, and we've got a unique situation that we've never had before, and that is Josh and I are standing at the front of the porch, and all of our production equipment is literally on the table behind us.
With Zach, our producer.
Zach is keeping an eye on all of it.
He
and we have to turn around every so often to push buttons, make commercials happen and whatnot. But it's been a fantastic evening, beautiful evening.
All right, Chris, so waiting to the second half for kickoff paid off. A deep kick. That's going to go out of bounds, hopefully. Boy, that was close, Chris. That almost bounced back in, and nobody was there to protect it.
Yeah,
so
nobody moved to stayed there.
That was impressive.
Like to thank All Smoke No Mirrors Barbecue in Paris, Texas. That was some fantastic food in there.
Dude,
everything on the plate was great.
Brisket was no joke. That creamed corn, whatever that was no joke. That was fantastic.
If you find yourself some occasion to head towards Oklahoma, and you're near the Paris area, you definitely want to stop in and have a plate. All smoke, no mirrors barbecue is fantastic.
That's right. That's right. Good choice tonight. All right, first play of the second half. It's Jamaje Mosley breaking it outside all the way across the 50-yard line to looks like the 48-yard line of Paris. Whitehouse is going to get lined up quickly and say, let's go.
That's exactly how you want to come out and start the second half. You know, we said this game is closer than the score. Let's see it.
Mosley again this time. No hole that time, though. That was a loss of 2 on the play, and there's a flag that got tossed in the middle of all that.
That looks like either a holding or some sort of damage being done to the ball carrier via face mask.
Oh, via face. Let's see. Personal foul. That was face mask, all right.
We'll take it.
15 more yards, tack it on. 2 big plays for Whitehouse coming out in the second half.
Yeah, I was kind of curious how Whitehouse decided to end the first half, where they forced a 4th down, or maybe a 3rd. Did they get all the way to 4th?
It was 4th down, and 23 seconds left, and they let the clock run down. They didn't force a punt out of their own end zone.
I perhaps maybe I don't know. We think they had a timeout left.
Yeah, they might. It said timeout on the board, and it looked like they were thinking about it, but they thought better. Let's just get. Oh, there goes John Grimes. Oh, it looked like he had some space, but stopped after 2 yards there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they considered it. There might have been some debate among the coaches over there of what to do. And
I tell you what, I'm not a head coach, never been one, don't want to be one. But, man, it felt like making them punt at the very least and coming after it, especially after we saw that snap the first time.
Yeah.
That might have been something that could have produced some momentum there.
I'm sure there was some discussion, but.
Speaking of which, Whitehouse has come out this second half and decided they're going to create their own momentum.
And run the ball.
Yep.
Zion in motion. The give again to Mosley. Gets hit immediately and loses about 1 yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, you'd like to see positive yards on 1st and 2nd down for the purpose of momentum continuing forward and for the purpose of making it a manageable 3rd down where you've got a lot of different options for what play you can call. We'll see if they're going to approach this as 2-down territory where they can maybe pick up 5 or 6 and then go for it on 4th. Either way, Whitehouse got to get some yards here.
Willingham in at wingback this time. There's the fake give. JoJo looks. He's looking. He's thinking about it. He's going to try to get outside. He's throwing it deep this time. He's got Zion, who gets roughed around but catches the ball anyways. There's no doubt that was interference, not called. He didn't need it because he caught the ball. Great catch and throw and catch that time.
That was excellent individual effort by Zion Alexander coming back to the ball right there.
Oh. All right, so here we go. 1st and goal, this time from the 6, not the 10, Chris. There's the give to Mosley up the middle, and he gets into the end zone for a Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown.
Offensive line are hungry. They're coming out hitting people.
They just moseyed on past the defensive line. That was an impressive drive, Chris.
That really was.
All right, so here we go. Ashton Park out now to attempt the extra point. Once again, Austin Holmes with the hold. It's up, and it booms through. That's going to bring the score to Whitehouse 14, Paris 21. We'll be back after this Rockmore Hardware sponsored. All right, sorry about apparently our stream was lagging a little bit there, but you know it wasn't lagging, Chris?
Whitehouse offense was not lagging.
Whitehouse offense was not lagging one bit. They pounded it down the field, made short work.
A couple of big plays there on the the initial run on first down to start the drive, and then the pass. You know, sometimes on a broken play like that where you've got someone running deep, the underthrown pass becomes a major advantage for the offense because that wide receiver is going to be able to see that and fight back, whereas the defense got his back to the ball.
That's right.
And Zion did a great job of coming back to catch that ball.
That's right. That was a huge play. It was third down and long. So, okay, there's the catch. He's trying to make it out, breaks a tackle or two across the 32-yard line. It looks like they're going to start at the 32. So now we will see Paris Wildcats offense come on for the first time this half.
That was about the most nonchalant return there. He caught that, took a few steps up, and then literally came to a stop. I wondered if perhaps they were calling him dead because of a fair catch call.
Yeah, it looked like he was considering a fair catch. He never actually put his arm up that I saw.
Then he slowed himself down afterwards, thinking he might have done it. I don't know.
He's a thinker, Chris. You know,
that's one thing you don't want to do out on the football field is get to thinking too much. You need to be ready to just do as you've been taught and practiced over and over and over.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. A little zoom motion. The give this time to number 5. That's Aldrin Gill. We hadn't seen him on offense too much tonight, not at running back anyways. He's been playing shutdown corner.
Yeah, he earned himself a carry.
He did.
He definitely earned himself a carry or two.
Now he's out here in the slot. So trips left, no backs, 2 receivers to the right. An empty look. Let's see what they did, the little clap and see who's blitzing, and then, you know, now everyone's changing their mind.
He's not really a power runner, so this can be interesting to see.
Doesn't look like. He kind of has his palms to the sky. Pickens is coming. Quick out that time. That pass to, I didn't see that number. It looks like 88. Yeah, it looks like Kentrell Patterson with the reception. It's going to make it a short third down opportunity here.
And we heard before the game, talking to the home radio voice, that if opposing defenses give them a bit of a space in covering wide receivers, they'll run that outside breaking route and take what's given to them.
Well, that's smart. Little action here. Gentry this time takes it up, and it's enough for a first down. Gets hit. I'm sorry, Gill, not Gentry.
Got himself a couple carries on this drive and a first down.
He did. All right, so now
Whitehouse making a substitution on the defensive line. Got a little bit of size out there.
Beefing it up.
See if we can
empty look again.
The line into the backfield.
Oh, they jumped off sides. They didn't snap it.
Guess that clap is very enticing.
That clap made me want to jump off sides, but I was watching the ball, so I didn't.
Hey.
There we go. Hey. I wasn't. I didn't. I jumped. Okay, there we go. Snap is back. Pickens trying to get around the corner. He's got some room to run this time. Closing in. Well,
now if you're going to rush 3 like that and have 8 dropping against the pass, your outside rusher must maintain outside leverage, and that did not happen. Big number 77 decided to twist inside, and that left almost half the field open for Heath to run the ball on that one.
All right, so Jaron Ball back in the game at running back. He's the speedster. No give. They look like a run pass option there. He throws it outside. The catch is made. Looks like that was an option from the start. He saw there was no D-backs up, so he just threw the ball out there and let Roberts make a move or two.
And he did, yeah. He juked the safety out of his shorts and was able to pick up a number of yards. Whitehouse had it bottled pretty good. Still feels like they're fighting through a lot on the outside on those type of quick-hitting outside passes.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 at the 30 going in.
Very well might throw that same quick pass down to this side.
Ball in motion out. He's going to throw it out to him. A little screen opportunity. Good blocking on the outside, and that will be a Paris Wildcat touchdown.
That was 100% schemed up, and Whitehouse found themselves literally in a position where they were impossible to make that play based on how they set up the defense and how Paris manipulated the offense on that play.
Well, That brings our score to 27-14.
And as quickly as momentum comes,
momentum goes.
It shifts. A fickle lady.
She's a fickle. Almost there for the block.
You got to lay out on that.
Yeah, that was Carmelo Perkins going there. All right, well, stick with us. We'll be back after a quick moment.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, well, here we are back again. Paris, Texas, Wildcat Stadium on homecoming night. Chris, do you remember who the homecoming winner was?
Tonight?
Tonight.
I have no idea.
Come on, this is for 50 points, Chris.
Do you remember?
Absolutely, I don't. It was a young lady that I believe is in the band because when they announced.
She was standing on the far right about the 35-yard line.
Yes.
The band went crazy when they announced her name.
They did. They
her
went
dad
nuts.
gave her a big hug, held her hand when they came out to honor her.
That was a sweet moment.
Absolutely.
Zion catches the ball, drops it in the end zone. He could be in trouble, or he could be going all the way. Let's see. A little spin, and he
ends up tackled by his own player there.
His own player forced the fumble. Zion recovered it, and we're starting from the 18-yard line here.
Okay, that's probably a lot better than that could have gone, the way that started out.
Well, it could have gone either way. I felt a range of what could have happened on that play from really, really, really bad to really, really, really good. And it landed somewhere in between.
After the 18-yard line,
all right, so offense back out, looking like a little bunch, tight.
Very bunched.
Tight formation here. Give is to Mosley. He's looking for a hole, patient, getting through. Good run, good push by the.
Little 360 spin.
Well, he's still going.
Love it.
He's still going. His helmet's off.
Yep.
They're going to blow it dead about the place where his helmet got ripped off. Well, I don't know if it got ripped off, but
that's twice now his helmet's come off.
His helmet's come off twice, and we saw a helmet from a Paris player's fly off. Helmets are flying off everywhere, Chris. It's a tough situation.
Love to see that the entire team is in on the run. Offensive linemen are downfield making blocks. The big scrum is moving down the field, picking up yards. Love it.
All right, so 1st and 10. John Grimes in now. JoJo tries to get him to jump.
Still bunched.
I felt like I heard JoJo all the way up here say, all right. They didn't jump. Good defense, or good discipline by the defense. Grimes moves over. JoJo whispers something to him and then fumbles the ball, gets it back.
Oh, boy.
No, he didn't get it back. Well, I'm not sure what happened right there. It looked like a pretty good snap. JoJo just couldn't hang on that time.
It was one of those situations where you're trying to get the ball to yourself faster by reaching out too far to grab it, and in so doing, not getting a good hand on it. And then it drops straight down on the ground in front of him, exactly in Grimes' run path. So he kept JoJo from being able to recover the fumble smoothly. That was bad news bears type of situation right there.
Well, defense is back out.
Now we've seen the defense come out and have the offenses back after a disappointing drive.
We have.
Let's see if they can do that again here.
Xavier Dudley's out there this time. You could always see him. He's a big boy. Oh, Pickens fighting around, but here we go, the edge again. He's got some room. Receiver's just running the defender off. It's just blocking by running downfield. So
it looked like they double-teamed Dudley there and was able to wash him to the inside and, again, leave that right side of the field completely open for Heath to be able to run without any concern.
Heath's a smart player. I've seen him make a lot of smart plays tonight. Snap is back. The toss this time to Roberts, trying to get around, finds a little room. gets knocked out. Enough for a first down. It was 2nd and short, so it's going to bring up 1st and goal. Nope, I'm sorry, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Let's hope this time they're aware again that the 2-yard line gets a first down.
No, not this.
We don't want to see that again.
That's a bad omen that the 2-yard line once again is the first down here. But all right, there's the handoff to Ball. He gets up the middle, slashing about 7 yards on the play down to the 5.
And again, they're just straight downhill, take advantage of the size opportunity. Whitehouse in the middle of a substitution opts not to.
Dudley, you're not going anywhere, buddy. Gets hit, and that's going to maybe bring up. Let's see. Looks like he's short of the first down by just a foot, maybe not quite a foot. So this is the exact same situation we had.
Heath's still in there. He's probably just going to hand it off.
That's going to be enough for a first down. He's in
touchdown.
For a touchdown. Touchdown Wildcats of Paris High School. Well, just like that, the momentum shifts with the turnover.
Yeah, that was we're just going to run the ball straight at you. What are you going to do about it type of situation.
It really was.
And, exactly this type of spot in the ball game, up by 2 scores early in the second half. The coach challenges the offensive line.
Oh. Ball's off the uprights, but there was offside, so they'll have another opportunity here.
Are you serious? That's, what, the 4th time we've been offsides on the extra point?
We got some good coaching moments coming. They're watching film there. I'm not sure what they're doing to get us a jump, but yeah, that's been frequent tonight. So
they might be doing like a clap, and then instead of an immediate snapping of the ball, like a slight delay, just to keep the.
Might be a pop of a head going. Something's happening in there. Oh, that's what it is. They did it again. Blocked. Yeah. No offsides. No flags. Scoop.
Yeah, there's a
He's
flag.
Carrying it. Okay, yeah. So that's what they're doing.
They're doing that old Cowboys 1970s.
That's it.
Where the offensive line all squats down at the same time.
So they'll get another opportunity. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just got to watch the ball.
Yes. Eyes on the ball, please. Eyes on the ball.
Ignore those men squatting.
And I mean, adversity right now. Whitehouse has found themselves in this situation the last 2 games pretty consistently. This is adversity. When you are facing adversity, I need you to do the little things right. I need you to be the best teammate you can be for the guy next to you. I need you to be there for your brother, and that means doing everything right, the little things right.
Oh, they're going to go for 2 right here.
Yeah.
Don't blame them.
Oh, they're in the Wildcat.
Yeah,
but
Ball taking it right up the middle, and I believe he's in. Let's see, no call.
Absolutely looked like he was in. These officials are.
They did not make it.
They say
so
no.
A great 2-point stand by the Wildcats. That's what you were talking about, Chris, sticking in there for adversity. We'll be back. We're going to do a little rock with more. It wasn't a touchdown, but we saved 2 points. All right, we are back. That was a Rockwoodmore's defend a 2-point conversion moment right there. So
build a wall.
Build a wall. Hey, thank you, Rockmore Hardware and Jamie Whitley, both being gold sponsors for Wildcat Football on NETSN. We appreciate you guys. And, we've got – look at this kick. Someone better catch it.
Oh.
Nope. That was a tough one. That ball was moving in 72 different directions.
About 7,000 RPM on the spin.
It really was. I think Jacaden Robbins came up with it.
He did the right thing by calling fair catch because he can't be touched, but you got to catch the ball.
Yeah, so that was either Jacaden Robbins that came up with it, or I think it might have been Caden McGill. I'm not sure who it was, but
coach is mad.
Well, that's
inadvertent whistle. All right.
Okay.
So
they're going to do that again?
Apparently so. I doubt they're going to kick that ball.
Chris, that
just
kick
like
was
that
brutal. Did you see that? I don't think I've ever seen.
It was on purpose. Like that's their version of trying to.
The ball went 11 yards, Chris.
I know.
Like
that's very hard to do, actually. Is to put the ball up high like that with a ton of spin and have it land just 10 yards downfield, so it's illegal.
I'm super
But it does have to
impressed.
touch the ground before the kicking team can recover it. They can't go catch it out of the air like that.
So the kick is deeper this time. No one's there for it.
And we let it bounce.
There we go. Long's got it. Carrying it up. Breaks the tackle kind of out to the 25.
I think he might have been hoping that would bounce out of bounds.
I guess.
But if it's not out of bounds, I think you got to catch that ball. Because once it hits the ground, you don't. That's a funny shaped ball, and you have no idea what it's going to do.
It could take a long bounce, short bounce, left bounce, right bounce,
or hit you,
bounce,
like we saw.
Or hit you. Yeah, that's a great point. So, all right, well, let's see what the Whitehouse Wildcat offense can do here. In a little bit of a pickle, down by 20. Game's far from over. Zahn going in motion. The give to Mosley. He's following his big blocker. Okay, pretty good little run there. Gained about a yard.
Debo Marshall out in front there.
Was that Debo he was following?
Yeah.
He was just kind of hanging out behind
blocking
him.
out to the third level. Unfortunately, the play was happening way behind him there at the end.
Okay, so that about 4 yards on the gain there. Band getting ready to play over here again. Those of y'all been with us tonight, I don't know how loud the band sounds to you, but it's
very loud to us.
It's beautifully loud to us. All right, JoJo rolling out a jump pass to Willingham with the catch. Gets about 2 yards on the play.
Boy, I wish he had another step or two and was able to turn that upfield and get some yards. Great job completing the pass.
Yeah, good route by the sophomore.
JoJo was that time able to evade the
We got a
pressure.
timeout on the play. Chris, pardon me. We're going to go to a timeout ourselves. We'll be back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, welcome back. All was well. Good game tonight. Third down here. We'll pop motion. Jacabe Mosley keeps it himself. There he goes across the 50, down to the 40, kind of trips up, gets caught, but not before.
I was watching a little extracurricular going on behind the play.
Yeah.
White Hat standing literally over two Whitehouse players, two Paris players, and they were able to get up without any issue, thankfully. Didn't need anything to pull momentum in a backward direction on that beautiful play.
Well, that's great. That's great. A lot of good sportsmanship going on out here. So a huge play. That was closer to 48 yards. The give to Grimes this time. Grimes grinding it out, spinning, moving forward about 9 yards on the play. 8.5 or so.
We've entered the period of the game here where both teams have decided they're going to establish the run, and both defenses at the moment struggling to contain that.
Grimes again takes it, gets stopped short of the first down.
There's another one of those clotheslines from behind. It looked like he was past the line of scrimmage, past the defensive lineman, but one of them reached back and just said, nope, come on back here.
All right. Well, A big thank you to Rob Mullins on the camera tonight. He's doing a great job so that y'all can see. And then there's Zach. Zach, the producer. He's back in there making things happen. I think he might be playing Tetris right now. I'm not sure.
You know what? Well, we're going to honor the kids and follow the play here. Oh.
JoJo keeps it himself. He's got enough that time. Well, he had enough.
They're going to mark him half a yard short.
Oh, man. From where I'm sitting, it looked like he had the first down. He did not. So 4th and short. You were going to make fun of Zach and say he was
No,
playing
I was going to say that we again had a little bit of a big concern right before we went on air. And this time it was my fault, and Zach figured it out. A couple of weeks ago, we told you that Josh and I, our nickname should be Technical Difficulties.
That's right.
And Zach is the eraser of technical difficulties. He is the man.
4th and short here. Snap to JoJo. He gives it to Mosley. Gets hit. He keeps fighting for it. He's not going to make it. Unbelievable. Short of the first down. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Well, football's a game of inches, Chris, and it was inches there that Whitehouse was stopped by, unfortunately, putting Paris, giving them another chance on offense.
Well, let's see if the defensive line can turn things around here and establish something.
Maybe get a turnover. Paris done a good job hanging on to the ball. There goes ball this time. Oh, breaks out of a tackle, gets thumped from behind.
Picks up about 13 or 14 yards there.
Big hit from Malachi Allen that time.
Ball on the carry.
Ball carried out to the 31-yard line, and Paris is once again on the move.
For Whitehouse here, the goal is you can't let fundamentals slide. You're tired, you're getting beat up a bit. You've got to fight through it. You've got to play solid fundamental football. You got to tackle well, get hands on him, not let go, bring him down, let your teammates come and finish. Got to be strong.
Here comes, looks like the blitz is coming. Give the ball, he's got a little bit of room, not much doing at all. They gave him forward progress all the way out to the 33-yard line. Coaches thought there was a little extracurricular activity going on out there, but
yeah,
no flags.
Whitehouse defensive line, again, this time returned the favor with that grab back and throw him backwards. And he ended up on the ground about 10 yards behind where he got turned back. Thankfully,
isn't it like
definitely could have been some laundry on the field there potentially.
Isn't it Wrestling Palooza this week or something? Wrestle Palooza? I don't know much about it, but I keep seeing it on my ESPN feed. Some sort of a wrestling show going on this week. All right, motion this time. The pitch to 13. He kind of gets around the corner. He makes it all the way out to the 42-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Paris first down.
Whitehouse was not set up properly, and the area that they did not have a defender properly defending was exactly where Paris ran the ball. And so it's tough to watch. You're hurting. You're getting beat up a little bit at this point, but you've got to be clear-minded, on task, ready to go. Let's go, Whitehouse.
Here's the handoff again up the middle. Oh, he's breaking it. Ball breaking out to the outside, down past the 30. One man to beat. Goodness, Carmelo Perkins gets over there and kind of pushes him out of bounds. Otherwise, he's going to go score.
Shed a couple of Whitehouse defenders. Defense has been on the field a whole lot, and they're getting run down. We saw this last week against Chapel Hill. The defense was just struggling.
All right, well,
Needs somebody out there to plant a flag in the ground and say, nope, it ends right now. Let's go.
It ends here. Not on my watch. There's the snap again to Ball, running up the middle. He goes about 4 yards before he's touched. Gets a couple more yards on the play. Be 2nd down and 3.
And it's not like you don't know what's coming. When they're having success like this, running the ball straight at you, you're just going to get more and more and more of it until you show you can stop it.
And it looks like that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, Chris, which means we are going to go to a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
This is where legends rise and moments are made. From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums, your favorite athletes, your teams,
Breaks the tackle. Oh my God!
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Picked up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
Well, here we are, beginning of the 4th quarter. Wildcats down by 20. This thing is far from over. A lot could happen in 12 minutes, Chris. I've seen much crazier things happen in my life.
Yeah, a big play on defense to turn the momentum around, maybe picking up a quick touchdown, and suddenly this game's a whole lot closer than it feels.
Dawson back in the game at running back. The give is to him, and some great pursuit by Pickens that time behind the line of scrimmage. He's still gained a half yard, but that'll bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, Timothy Ivers came in the blitz on the left side of the line, shifted direction, and was able to get in on the tackle there behind the line of scrimmage. He decided we're going to make a play here. Let's see if the defense can rise up and make another one.
Good job, Timothy. All right, so big play here. 3rd down, got 2 backs in the backfield. Dawson's back there. Also, there's the fake this time. He throws it out once again. Was that a flag that came in?
Whitehouse may end up being the beneficiary of a holding penalty here.
Keyshawn Roberts
blocking along the sideline.
I don't. That is maybe still going to be a 1st down. Even if they go back 10 yards from the 1, we'll take it to the 11. This will be interesting to where they put the ball. The flag was about 11 yards down the field.
I think they're marking it at about
the 3.
4.
Okay, 4. Yep, the 4. So it's going to go back, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Back to the 14. Yep. Okay. 3rd down.
All right, so a chance to make another play for the defense here.
3rd down and 3 to go.
That was a well-executed design there by Paris. First time we saw 2 backs in the backfield. They crossed them up, faked the handoff, and then threw to one of them. Seen Miami use that effectively this year.
The Hurricanes?
Yep.
Chris, that's like 2 Miami Hurricane references. And you know what reference we haven't had yet tonight?
That would be the Denver Broncos.
Oh. Denver Broncos had a rough. Oh, there's a pass to the end zone. They're going to call that interference, but an amazing catch that time. Oh, he's calling it incomplete.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, they're going to get pass interference in the end zone.
That was Fabian Brown. They're going to get pass interference, so it'll come out to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that.
Chris, I'm not criticizing refs.
He's about 100 times closer to the ball than we are, but
he is.
That looked like the most beautiful shoestring catch I've seen in a while.
Put his body in good position, but either way, that's going to put the ball probably around.
They're talking about it. Let's see what they have to say.
There we go. On pins and needles.
Yeah, I think we knew that. We were wondering if they were going to come out and say it actually was a catch. But the side judge on this side was pretty insistent that it was not.
He said it wasn't, and that's his territory. Okay, so it's like a extra point attempt here, except they have 3 downs to get in. First and goal from the 3. Tell you what, we were talking about the long drive it was. I was talking to one of the band directors, and they said their bus didn't go over 59 miles per hour. So that's a really long trip.
Oh, there's a flinch.
We got a flinch. They're going back.
And that'll be the first time that pre-snap penalty is going to go against the offense for Paris. And that's good for Whitehouse because any momentum in that direction is exactly what Whitehouse wants to see.
They're getting lined up quick, though.
Whitehouse ready for it.
Up back. It's give to Ball. He tries to find a little room to the outside. A great tackle. Ball was put on the ground. He's saying he's
Whitehead
down.
says he's down, and he was.
That's right. A great tackle by Jacaden Robbins that time.
Yeah,
he just wrapped.
I think Carter Willingham, number 33, was in the backfield quickly, affected that play, gave his teammates a chance to react and keep the ball squarely in the backfield.
Well, it was a good tackle. He had his feet wrestled up and had no chance. So Finch was coming back in. Looks like number 3, Janmaria Shelton, is coming in. We got doubles receivers.
I wouldn't be surprised if Paris tries to go to the slot receiver to the top there. Oh, they're going to flood that area.
Oh, there goes Ball again. He's got it. Pulling him back out. Tackled that time by both Timothy Ivers and Chris Stearns, captain tonight.
Yeah, no sense in making things difficult. You can keep running the ball up the middle. That's what Paris is content to do here.
Well, they've got 2 plays to get 3 yards, and the clock is running. And Yep.
Defense has played well here, deep in their own red zone.
All right, so here we go. Now Wildcats playing man defense, it looks like. Motion. They give to Ball up the middle, and he's going to make it in this time for a Paris Wildcat touchdown.
Yeah, playing man like that motion ran one of the defenders out of the box, making it a little easier for Paris to block a lane open for the running back. They ran that play twice in a row there, scored on the second one.
So that happened against the Broncos this week, Chris. They'd run the running back out of the backfield, but the linebacker wouldn't go with him. So then the running back, Jonathan Taylor, would go for 60 yards or so, and it just kept happening. All right, so much for that. The score is now 41-14. We will be back momentarily. All right, we are back. Once again, I just checked and Zach's not playing Tetris. He's actually producing right now, so props to Zach.
Producing the greatest broadcast in the world.
And Chris, you nailed it. He saved the day because literally none of y'all were going to be able to have. You were just going to be hearing my voice and Chris's voice, which
is about 1,000% less than what you signed up for.
That's right.
When you open the app.
That's right. And you just wanted to watch the football. So I almost called it foosball.
I keep losing my train of thought every time the band's playing.
They do Jaws. Anyways, a high kick this time.
And we catch it.
The return.
Jalen
Gardner looking. He's got some room back to the left side. Gary getting up and making a block. Zion coming out and trying to help out with the blocks. Good pursuit. He's got to get Okay, there we go, out to the 49-yard line. So a little bit of room, just ran a whole lot of yards.
That's one of those fun ones where he gains about 35 yards by running 80 yards, and ends up being touched about 14 times by the defense, because the back and forth gives a couple of defenders a chance to touch him twice before they get him tackled. Exciting play.
It was very exciting.
Out to the 50 almost.
And good continual pursuit by Paris's their kickoff team to recover, because they were in trouble for a moment there, and a good job by Whitehouse return team to continue throwing blocks. So
Jackson Gary had a guy pancaked, and it developed so slowly that the guy got up right behind the ball carrier.
JoJo in the end around once again, this time to Long. He's passed over the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a little end around once again. Ran that earlier for a first down play.
Got about 5 this time.
Well, we'll take 5 yards, Chris.
Yes, we will.
Anything positive is, well,
positive.
Positive. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Motion again by Long this time. JoJo steps back. Throwing it up on the wheel route this time to Jacavian Mosley is broken up. Incomplete. I thought they were setting up for a screen, but they were not. That was just Mosley out of the backfield running a little wheel route.
Yeah, it's a good play. Good play design, good thought. Paris defended it well. A lot of times you sneak a running back out of the backfield and get lost in the wash and get a chance to go up the sideline. Paris stayed with him.
A couple guys in the game we hadn't seen. Well, Jalen Adams now is checking out. John Grimes coming back in. And then number 5, Aiden Wright is in the slot down here. We haven't seen much of him yet tonight. Willingham in motion. Snap to JoJo. The give to Grimes. Grimes grinded out and gets pulled back and down, only a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3. See what the decision is.
He got spun around pretty hard there. Usually when you see someone get spun around like that, it's because the defender had a hold of the face mask.
I don't think that
got
was
up a
the
little
case
gingerly.
Yeah. Okay.
We love those guys. They run so hard, and they give it their all every time they're running the ball. Don't want to see them get hurt in any way. But
Correct.
this is a tough sport, and there's a lot of contact out there, and they take a beating. So,
well, speaking of tough sport, this is a tough down. 4th down and 3.5. Snap to JoJo. The fake. He's looking. Rolling out to the left. Not much room there. He's throwing it all the way down the field. He has Zion. It's going to be intercepted. The return is on. And your boy Finch taking it back all the way for 6. Looks like, well, that was disappointing. That was like a punt and a punt return.
you know, we've seen enough NFL football when someone like Patrick Mahomes breaks out of the pocket. Wide receivers have a plan for how they're going to attack that. They work back towards the quarterback on multiple levels. And the wide receivers for Whitehouse there did not. They continued on their regular routes, did not really give JoJo an option. His only guys running routes were deep like that, and Paris continues to defend well with good fundamentals, and they had multiple players back there to be able to easily intercept the ball.
Well, kick is up and good. The score 48-14. We will be back in just a few moments.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, so when you're tired, you're frustrated because of what's happening out on the field, the one thing you can't do is kind of like slow down. Because in a game that's played at the pace of football, when you slow down, that's when your risk for injury goes up considerably because everybody around you going a lot faster than you. So what we need to see out of the Whitehouse Wildcats here is head up, not down, effort going up, not down, and body language and movement fast, not slowing.
Okay, fast, not slow, heads up, not down, and here comes the kickoff. Let's see. Another booming kick that's going to land out of bounds this time. Once again, Christian Long allows it, and Aiden Ryder over there let it fall out. Ball's placed at the 26, but they should put it up at the 30, I believe.
They will. When I was coaching back in the day, and I don't want it to be just about coaching stories, we had this beautiful kickoff strategy where we would kick from the other hash, drop it on the 20 between the 2 and the 0, high kick, and we had 2 gunners that we would line up on the numbers. And that poor kid, whoever caught that ball, got flattened every single time because we had 2 gunners there. If you managed to block one, you weren't blocking both of them.
Okay.
And it changed the game in some instances.
All right, so here we are. Austin Holmes in this time. The handoff, I believe, that was number 45. That's our buddy Jalen Adams in to run the ball. 3-yard gain on the play.
There we go. That was a good committed downhill run, not trying to bounce, taking the crease, taking whatever space he's got, picking up yards.
All right, so Austin Holmes in the game. Backup quarterback. The pass over to Zion. It's a great pass. Zion's got some room. Almost breaks a tackle. I'm gonna say, Chris, that's a touchdown saving tackle by Caden Newberry for the Paris High School. That's a great pass by Austin, also putting it right on the money.
You like to see this from Zion. He's played the whole game. He's had some high moments, some moments where he was so close to a big play, and he's still out there going strong. You know, head up and going fast.
All right, there's the handoff again to Jalen. It's a tough run up the front. Not a whole lot there, about a yard and a half. Jalen Adams on the play.
That's what we want, though. He's going hard, not slowing down, being decisive downhill, positive yards.
Boy, there's a lot of fun traditions going on over on this side. We had the band. The band's not playing, but the drum line just played while the band watched them. That was obviously a fun fourth quarter tradition. The cheerleaders marching, chanting, "Let's go Paris." Zion in motion. The snap is back. Austin looks. He's under a lot of pressure. Throws the ball to DR on the screen. A little bit high. DR can't quite climb the ladder high enough. Incomplete.
One of the reasons why it's really difficult to just come out and execute a screen cleanly like that is because in practice, when you're going against your own guys, they're not going to come at you with ill intent the way an enemy defensive line is going to. And so if they're just a slight bit faster in the game than you saw in practice, your timing is rushed. And that's what we saw there with not the cleanest throw because of the rush on the screen pass.
And those quarterbacks, they wear those little pennies in practice, right? Those little yellow or whatever pennies. And Austin going deep this time. He's got a man. It's Zion with the catch, and he's in for the touchdown. About 50 yards. What a great catch.
Beautiful
What a great
adjustment.
pass.
Beautiful adjustment to kind of come back and hip pocket catch that ball. And that defender was frustrated. He was mad. That was a beautiful catch. Again, we're seeing a lot of commitment to outstanding individual effort from Zion Alexander, given the opportunity to be a playmaker at the wide receiver slot position.
That is his 3rd touchdown in 2 weeks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. And the extra point is good. Stay with us. We will be right back.
I'll tell you what, from game 1 to game 4 now, when we saw Austin Holmes come in and back up in game 1 against Woodrow, he kind of looked a little big-eyed.
Yeah.
The game looked like it was big for him, and maybe a little too much. And we've seen him play a bit every single week. And that right there, that was a young man stepping up and making plays. That was a fantastic job on that drive, capturing some momentum, being willing to throw that ball, give his playmakers a chance to make a play. You know, wasn't easy. Got rushed on that screen attempt, but stepped up and made a big throw down the field. Zion made a big play. Beautiful scoring drive.
And there's the kick. Good back spin on it. Taken by Harrison. Harrison no, I'm sorry, that's not Harrison. Goodness. Great speed that time. That's Shelton, Marquise Shelton. Takes it all the way across the 40.
I'm gonna propose what probably some of our viewers are thinking after watching this game.
Okay.
Every time we do that high kick that lands about the 25, they return it out close to the 35 or 40. Why do we not just kick the ball out of bounds? Keep it at the 30.
Keep it at 30? I don't know, Chris.
I'm just going to propose that and let it sit right there.
Just let it simmer?
Yeah, let it sit.
All right. Yeah, that's a tough deal. I mean, I think they're trying to put a good backspin on it, maybe get a turnover, get him to fumble it. That's a tough.
Yeah.
The way he puts that spin on the ball, it's tough to catch. But you're right, it's a little bit deep, but I think that's their kickoff is designed to be able to stop that. So Shelton's pretty quick though. Here he comes around the edge.
That was the
big man.
That was the big boy.
That was
with
Dawson. Yes.
With a little jump cut outside when he saw the defensive end try to slip underneath to make the tackle. Whitehouse here, again, needs you to do the little things well. Got to play fundamental defense here and not give up half the field running space.
All right, so got a combination of players in. Looks like there's several players in, including Caleb Cook and a couple others now getting a chance to play. All right. I have a feeling the run's coming, Chris.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. There it is. Give right up the middle. Caleb Cook takes him down that time. Tackle, grabbing his right leg. A couple other Wildcats there as well.
We got a new quarterback in the game for Paris. It's like it's number 3, Shelton. You imagine at this point they're probably not going to put the ball in the air.
Probably.
As some well-known people have said in the past, only 3 things can happen and 2 of them are not good.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so here's the snap. Clock down now at about 4.5 minutes left. High snap that time. He goes up and gets it. Big tackle that time by Xavier Dudley. Swallowing him up. I believe that was Xavier, number 77.
And that's what you would call power versus power on that run.
We got us a little sports car out there on the road, Chris.
Yeah,
that was exciting.
You might have heard that.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all heard that. That was just that was not my stomach growling. Just a little sports car. Well, clock continues to run now. And third down play here. Wildcat defense has a chance to hold him. Again, Dawson in the game. The give is not to Dawson. He keeps it himself. Wrapped up by a host of Wildcats on the play.
There's a tackle for loss.
And I believe that was Caleb Cook. First one there on the tackle.
Tried to bounce that outside. Good job keeping outside leverage by the Whitehouse Wildcats. Turned him inside, and there was a host of Whitehouse players ready to pounce and finish the tackle. It's what you want to see, good team defense.
All right, so fourth down. They're going to go for it, obviously. Trying to keep the clock moving. Trying to get a first down. This might be a passing situation, maybe a little play action, Chris.
I don't know if you're going to, yeah, if they do, they'll probably run some sort of backfield misdirection, get a running back out in the flat, make it an easy throw with a little half roll for the quarterback. We saw Heath do that once or twice earlier.
Okay, we got a timeout. I tell you what, stick with us. We'll be back for the fourth down play.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, so big score. Carthage up 49-28 right now, it looks like.
And apparently it was 28-28 at halftime. So
Chapel Hill losing to Carthage. Carthage is pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they've got a good, solid team.
I remember watching the in preparation for the Kilgore game, watching the Carthage Kilgore game tape, and that was one of those games where it's like they were just creating havoc for each other, making it very difficult for each other.
Uh-oh. Got a double inside linebacker blitz coming. Quarterback's keeping himself. He gets to the outside and gets enough for a first down. Clock's going to stop for first down.
Whitehouse gambled with all the inside pressure, and once again, Paris had the exact right play call.
They did.
Where a quarterback just ran the ball outside with a lead blocker in front of him and was able to easily pick up the first down. That is, that's what happens when you gamble and you end up on the wrong side of Lady Luck.
Of Lady Luck. All right, so Shelton coming back in. Let's see, with about 2.5 minutes left, they are, let's see, we have a 2-minute warning.
So the clock will stop at least one more time.
That's right, probably right after this play. Snap again.
There we go.
Give him to Dawson. Good tackle there.
And that time, they set the edge at the line of scrimmage, and we're not letting him get outside.
That time, big tackle by number 56, Caleb Bach. So that's a 2-minute warning, and we'll be back in just a moment after this message from Jamie Whitley.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
We got a roll call going on here for all class of 80 and 90 and 2000. It's homecoming here in Paris. And they're doing a lot of celebrating, Chris, not only for homecoming purposes, but also just in this football game.
Yeah, the band keeps cheering for class of all the way back to 85, and I'm not buying the fact that these guys graduated in 85.
Well, they're looking to celebrate something, Chris. So a little jet sweep out there, toss sweep.
Excellently played.
Inbounds by number 34. That is Jalen Anderson.
Whitehouse defenders there strung that out by forcing the blockers to continue going wider, wider, wider. And the running back never had a chance to turn the ball upfield, and so taking a loss on that play.
Yeah, it's backed up, third down and about 13 here. Clock continues to run, though. I think that's the goal for Paris, is to just run a couple more plays and burn as much time as they can. And then I think both Paris and Whitehouse now would agree that let's try to keep everyone healthy.
Yes.
And get out of this thing and get ready for next week. There's a snap. Sheldon keeps it on the outside. Once again, a big hit that time. Gets about 3 yards on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 10.
Second level defenders there, linebackers, defensive secondary did a good job of rolling over and stringing it out, not letting him turn the corner fully.
So that'll burn the clock down to about 19 seconds. See if they decide to run a play or call a timeout.
Oh, it is 4th down, isn't it?
It is 4th down.
Great big shout out to all smoke and no mirrors barbecue.
There we go. They're giving a shout out to the stadium for all smoke. It's all smoke and no mirrors?
That's right.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I had a little brisket.
Fantastic brisket and all the fixings.
But just
All
because
the sides
just
were
because we
fantastic.
ate brisket and all the fixings, Chris, doesn't mean we're not going to stop on the way home around midnight and get a gut bomb. It looks like the timeout there. Oh, it took a delayed game.
Okay.
No 10-second runoff for that, Chris.
And we're going to start the clock again? We're going to run it out?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I think they're agreeing to agree, I would imagine. Let's just get this game over. So that is the end of the game. We will be back in just a moment to wrap things up. I just had to get one more Rockmore Hardware commercial. I'm sorry, Chris.
No worries.
We love our sponsors from Rockmore Hardware and Jamie Whitley and all the rest. We appreciate y'all. Chris, I'm going to Hawaii Monday morning, okay, bright and early at 6. You're going to stay here, and then what's happening next Friday night?
So next Friday night, Keith, Mr. Voodoo Whitman, and I are going to be in the booth in Whitehouse for the homecoming matchup against Mount Pleasant. This opens district play for Whitehouse. Again, disappointing probably coming out of these first 4 games, but when you start district play, you are looking at a blank slate and a new opportunity. And so I hope these guys aren't going home tonight with their heads dragging, because the reality is that practice games in preparation for what really counts. And what really counts is now in front of them. We've seen a lot of gritty play. We've seen a lot of willingness to keep fighting through great difficulty. We've seen the backups come in and make the most of their opportunity to turn momentum around and score some points. And let's hope that in the week ahead, the coaches can find a way to light the right kind of fuse, get them fired up, get them ready, have a game plan that's exciting, gets them excited so they're ready to come out and show out on homecoming next Friday night in Whitehouse.
Well, listen, I'm going to join NETSN from Hawaii on the beach. I'm going to be there. It's going to be 2:30 in the afternoon for me, and I'm going to join in because I want to see how we do against the Mount Pleasant Tigers. And, Chris, listen, if Keith Whitman does a better job than me, please don't tell me, okay? Just make it up that he wasn't as fun as I was of a partner.
Hey, no worries, brother. You're my ride or die.
Okay, all right,
we're good.
There we go. Yeah, no jealousy at all. Hey, we appreciate all of you joining us as Whitehouse does their fight song together for one last time here tonight before they head back home. We will certainly be praying for safety for all of the buses that are heading back with the kids. And bus drivers I know will be safe and take their time. And let's get them all back safe. And Chris?
Again, last time before we go, a big thank you to Paris ISD. The hospitality here has been great.
Oh, yeah.
It's so beautiful. Eyes on Oklahoma to the north, and a beautiful piece of land out here. Can see for miles. Well, the sun's down now, so you can't really see much, but beautiful breeze out here on the porch. Lots of fun with the band next to us, nice and loud. Community was out here having a good time, and we'll hope to see you next week.
That's right.
At Wildcat Stadium in Whitehouse, Texas. Until then, you have a great week, and go Wildcats.
Williams fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him.
Touchdown, God! 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, very quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap. Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho's still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God. No,
it's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick 6. Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little. Oh, he ran over the defender. The helmet coming off. Holy man. Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott. It's a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost all the way. Just tackle at the 1. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh, my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything like that.
Woo!
That's not an East Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, oh, man. What a catch.